Stephanie. It's Wednesday, May 13th. Gosh, I was at work today and I couldn't wait to leave. My God, it was so long. This morning I woke up with some severe cramps. I was bloated. I'm like, should I call in sick? So yesterday I went for my labs. That means I had to draw blood and check my thyroid level, and it's normal. So my doctor said, she told me this today. Yeah, so my doctor received my lab results today, and she had her secretary call me to tell me that my hormone levels, T3 and 4, are at the normal level, and to try to sustain this, we're going to cut back further to 1.5 pill a day. So they're 10 milligrams a piece. I was doing 20, so now it's going to be 15 milligrams a day. Remember, we started at 30 milligrams a day. So that makes me feel cool. I like that. So, what are we going to talk about today? Other than I was all full of cramps at work. How's your day? How you guys' day was? Are you guys busy at work? Did you have cramps like me? I hope not. I hate cramps. But midday I started feeling a lot better, and days started to go by a little quicker. So anyways, when I got home from work, I had my meal already. I had some Italian meatballs with maybe a 1/4 cup of jasmine rice and a side of string beans. I don't eat rice, but because it's got so much carb, I thought I was gonna go bike riding today, but right now it's raining, so there goes the bike ride. So anyways, today's topic, I want to talk about relationship possibilities. Okay? And how can you tell if somebody's interested? And are you friends? Are you attracted to your friends? Or are your friends attracted to you? And that's what we'll talk about as soon as I come back. Alright, so here I am. So anyways, today's conversation is kind of sketchy because I have had so many experiences as a trans woman with people who made advances on me, ex-employees, customers. I've had attraction to some friends, but I never made advancements. I never make advancements on friends, even though they're attractive or whatever the case is. I don't make advance because I still have a sense of old-fashioned tradition in me. I think if somebody's interested, they come out and they say it. But let me give you a good example. At my old job, after working 8 hours, right, I'm walking to my car to go home, and I see a note on my windshield. I'm like, who the heck put a note on my windshield? So I got the note, took it in my car, opened it, and it said, I think you're hot, I think you're pretty. Will you go out on a date with me? And whoever did this didn't leave no name or nothing. Okay? All I gotta say is, this guy or girl should have just came out and said it to me and just talked to me. We're all human. So months went by, and I finally found out who it was. It was a coworker. And he's a good-looking guy. He's really tall, but whether he's tall or good-looking, he just wasn't for me. He's not my type. He's not my type. And he was dating somebody, off and on. I don't like being the second wheel. I don't like being second choice. I just don't. I'm sorry. So anyways, he sent me an instant message. And I already known him for 10 years. 10 years, so why now? Back then. I don't mean today. So anyways, I said to him, Steve, why didn't you just ask me? You're an adult. Plus, you have a girlfriend and I'm not interested. So I shared it with a few people I work with, and they thought it was so funny. But that's what I mean. You know, if they like you, they'll come up and they'll ask you. Okay? I think the note thing on the windshield, it's very high schoolish. So anyways, sometimes you might misread someone too. Just because they're friendly and they're respectable and they care about you in a friendly manner, doesn't mean that they want to go out on a date with you. Okay? If you misread that, you can feel pretty embarrassing if they tell you that they're really not interested. And that's another reason why I never make that advancement. I might like someone to date, but I try to stay friends and try to do friend things with them. When you do friend things with them, if they like you for more than friends, then they'll tell you. If they don't, friendship sometimes is best with some people. I had another guy that I worked with at my part-time job, and he was an older guy, and he kept telling me I'm his kind of woman after I found out he liked me. So he kept coming around when I was working. You know, he would say good morning, and I would say good morning very respectably and everything. I had no attraction to him whatsoever, but because I was friendly, it made him comfortable to approach me. So one day, he meets me in my aisle and he says to me, Steph, I've thought about this. I had to get the courage to come up to you and ask you out. And he said, I think you're very, very attractive. I want to get to know you. I said, that's fine. But I'm not looking for a relationship or none of that stuff. He said, okay, I just want to be friends. So I kept it like that, just friends. And it didn't change anything with him. So finally he says, you want to go out for a coffee one day and just shoot the shits? Just like that. Let's go get some coffee and shoot the shits. So I met him at Dunkin' Donuts. We had a cup of coffee. We had great conversations. He talked about his past relationships, which, you know, it's okay for just friends to do because we all had past relationships that didn't work out. You know, it could be a good conversation. But as time went on, he really started to come around more, and he joined my Facebook, and I friended him back on my Facebook. And then we met a second time for lunch as friends. I paid for my own lunch. And then at work, he came up to me and said to me, you know, Steph, can we go on a real date? I said, Mikey, I'm not interested. I have other interests, and I'm sorry, I'm not interested. He took it kind of hard, and his friendship changed. So I guess he wasn't my friend. But anyway, if you're getting mixed signals, I probably would not approach that. I would not touch that. Besides, I said that I don't make the first move. I don't ask men out. I know we're in 2021. Women do ask men out, but I don't do that, because I feel in my heart, if somebody's interested in me, they would say, "Hey Steph, let's go for a walk on the beach. Let's go grab something to eat," you know? And that could be an opportunity for him or her to say, you know, I really feel something's there between us. I'm attracted to you, something like that. I go home and I think about you when we leave, or whatever, if they work with you. Or if he's just a single guy that's not dating or not in a relationship, he could be a customer that you could be attracted to. Most customers that come into my job are married men. A few have hit on me for a relationship, and of course it's an automatic no. But it's quite embarrassing to misread someone and then actually go up to them and ask them out. Because just because I'm talking to you and we're having an interesting conversation in person doesn't mean that I want you more than friends. The kind of guy that I'm interested in are obviously clean cut. The guys I've dated, none of them had long hair. Okay? Not that there's anything wrong with long hair, but I like a clean cut guy. The other thing is, I'm a very intellectual person. So intellectuality is something that grabs my attention. Just cheap conversation about the weather, or cheap conversation about how fancy your car is, that doesn't cut it for me. I'm a deep person, and I can carry a conversation. We go deep. That's a big attention grabber for me, because it shows your intelligence in different levels. Okay? Remember, if you end up marrying somebody that you dated and has become your boyfriend or something like that, or your fiance, long after you're married, if that's your goal to get married, and long after the sex is gone, boy, you better have something interesting to talk about. Yeah. So that's my take on how I see people in a relationship. Obviously, if somebody doesn't come around you, but they just say hello, they keep going, they're not interested in you for that, obviously. Also, finding ways to let people down is better than saying, I really not attracted to you. That can be kind of rude by saying, I'm not attracted to you. Just say, I like you better for friends, you know? Or you can make something up. If somebody that you're working with comes up to you and asks you out, you can say something like, I don't date coworkers. That's simple. I've done that before. Like this other guy who asked me out for my part-time job. He was like 75 years old. He was like old enough to be my father, for God's sake. Jesus Christ. And I felt bad. I can't say, gosh, Mike, you're too old for me. Have you checked your face in the mirror? I'm not like that. You know, that's being cold, and just being cold-hearted. It's not being nice, you know. You know, you can be friends. I can be friends with any age. You know, I have guy friends who are a lot younger than me, and it's rude to say, well, you know, you're almost as young as my son. I had a young guy ask me one time at my old job. He was like 28 years old. I said, my son is like 25. But I don't know what the appropriate age is for finding someone attractive or dateable. You know, I would say maybe, I don't know, I can't even begin to label the age, but definitely not under 30s, that's for sure. You know, so I dated men, and my ex was my age that I dated. Most men that I've dated were older than me, and I'm okay with that. Shoot, I'm gonna be 56 years old. You know, if there's something that I can say about what I missed in a relationship, is days like this where it's raining and just kicking back on the couch and watching a good movie and eating a big jug of popcorn. I don't even have any popcorn in the house. The heck. But anyway, I just thought I'd have a fun conversation with you guys, and if you guys want to leave a comment about your experiences on rejecting someone or handling rejection, tell me what you went through. It's interesting to see how you handled it. All right? I hope you guys have a nice evening, and I want to say thank you to my subscribers. And if you're new watching my channel for the first time, consider subbing me, and if you do, hit that top bell, and you'll get my future notices. All right, you guys have a nice evening. Bye. Talk to you guys soon.